this is Long Haul Larry and Big Blue. You guys just saw me. I just backed in the driveway. That was actually yesterday. And when I got home, I didn't get any time to myself though. I got home, jumped out of the truck. I had to go help somebody else with their house, doing something on their house. And I had to go help somebody. And I didn't get back till it was almost dark. And basically I had to do about 4 hours of laundry. Or four loads of laundry. And by the time I got all that done, there was no time. I kind of messed around, gathered a few things to do some stuff, but I had a shower, do laundry, get things going, and I was out of there. So didn't get anything else done. A Big Blue, a couple things I want to do, but we'll work on it. Did get some package in the mail. This came from America's Finest Backhoe out of California. He is a subscriber, and he sent me a t-shirt. And there you go. America's Finest Backhoe. It's got his phone number on there. And it's got it on the front too. Not entirely sure on the white. Larry is not a white shirt wearing person. I get a little too dirty, so I usually stay away from white. And then he sent me some business cards, I guess to hand out or whatever. And America's Finest Backhoe, and it's got his truck in here pictured on it. I don't know if I can show it on there or not. If that focuses or not. But looks like he's got a Volvo, and looks like he does like landscaping or excavation work or something. And it's got his phone number on there, 714-448-4343. So I guess if you're looking for an excavator, live in California, there you go. What else? I'm over here in Plymouth, Wisconsin, waiting for getting loaded here, and pretty nice day out. It's like 65 degrees, nice and sunny. And it is October 22nd, 2018. We're going to be picking up a load here that's going to be heading down to Aldi's in Denton, Texas for delivery on Wednesday morning. I figured what I'll do, because my phone's still not working. I've talked to Apple and everything. They say, oh, I think that's the YouTube app. No, it's not. It happened right I uploaded, and then ever since then it hasn't worked. And then I'm like, what about the other problems? It doesn't update the time as I cross lines. Well, that should be in your settings. I went through the settings. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. It should work. I don't know. It's an ongoing thing. So I'll just answer some of the comments that I've been seeing and stuff. First of all, I'll go over that video yesterday. I got a lot of nasty comments. I'll tell you what. I think everybody can agree that the government is not being run very well. The government is not doing things that we think maybe it should be doing, and it seems to be like a lot of, I think everybody's understanding it's really a lot of like politicians and everything. They sit there and they argue and fight and yell at each other and everything else, and they think their way is the only way and everything, and all this stuff's going on. And everybody seems to be like, you know, what is Washington D.C. doing here, you know? But I tell you what, I kind of saw it in that video yesterday in the comments. There were some pretty nasty comments. I did erase a few of them, because they were just really nasty. But, you know, I kind of did that video, and I did it like almost like a debate. And I sat there and I took the side, okay, I don't think you should do money. And then I took the side, well, you know, maybe it is okay to take money. I kind of posed different arguments for both sides, and then said, what do you think? It got pretty nasty. I don't know why people really have an issue with John if he does get a few dollars for somebody or something like that. It's not affecting you whatsoever. You don't have to do it, you know. So I don't really know why it affects you and stuff. But here's the messed up thing about it is, I got a lot of nasty comments about it and everything else. I have never asked for a dime in my life. I have never said to you guys, send me money or not. I get people that ask me once in a while saying, hey, what's your PayPal account? I want to support you in this or whatever. And I'm like, oh, you know, well, give me a thumbs up, you know, but you don't need to send me money, you know. I've done that every time. I've not accepted a dime from anybody. And so I had some comments, you know, about that, and it's like, I've never accepted money. And then I got people yelling at me saying that I'm saying that John was begging for money and stuff. I never once said John was begging for money. You know, it seemed like a lot of confusion, and I've watched that video a couple times actually, when I'd read some comments and I'm like, I did not say that, and I would go back in there and look at it. I didn't. You know, I don't know what it is, if you just got frustrated and stopped watching a video and just made an assumption or something like that, whatever. I tried to make it as clear as possible, kind of take both sides, present why I think maybe it is the reasoning, and then it was actually kind of a joke. You know, buy baby blue black. That was a whole joke thing. What was really funny is I did talk to John last night, and he was laughing. He's like, do you know that I had a video that I was going to be posting last night, and I saw yours come up, and I was like, looking at it, and I'm like, okay. And he goes, I watched it. He goes, my title of my video was going to be, should I talk to the boss about buying baby blue? We did not talk about this whatsoever, but we kind of just had the same ideas and stuff. But he's like, yeah, I didn't post that video. He goes, it would have seemed like we were like, you know, doing this together or something. He goes, we didn't talk to each other at all about it. So it was pretty funny. But you know, the thing is, oh yeah, I did say I was probably gonna do a Patreon, and I probably will. Does that mean I'm gonna do a 3-minute video starting of my trucking like I am doing now, but I'm only going to put 3 minutes and go see? If you want to see the rest, you got to go to Patreon. No, it's not. I wouldn't do that. I'm talking that I'm probably going to do a Patreon, and in the future, you know, it might be a year or so from now, and I finally maybe get enough numbers to do that, and then I will do a different thing on there. You understand? So I'm not gonna make you go pay $1 to finish watching a video or something like this. So I don't know. I think everybody just needs to just relax a little bit. But let's go through some comments. These are comments from past videos. I'm not going to answer any comments from that video and stuff. People got to seem a little worked up about it. So we're just going to let that one go. Let's see. Plus, Kruger. Yeah, I think that's how you say the last name. He says, you answered the question about the lumpers. To me, the companies that order products should specify how they wish to receive the load. To me, that's handling a load twice. What a waste of time, money, bad management. Driver should not be involved in that. I do understand why there is a lumper service. I'll try to explain this real quick. The company hires the truck to haul the product. They don't pay per piece, they pay per truckload. And so they're going to try to fit as much product in that truck to utilize the dollars for shipping. And if what they do is they make these pallets and they're 6-7 feet tall, and they wrap them all up tight with you know, plastic wrap and stuff, and they ship them like that, and they're nice and solid. And they ship it there. Well, then when it gets there, the receiver looks at it and goes, well, it's a 7-foot high pallet, and our palleting rack system here in the wall could only fit a 3 to 4 foot size pallet. So it has to be broken down in those pallets. So I understand why there's a lumper service. That it is a needed service. If the receiver told the shipper, okay, you have to ship it in this high of pallets, and then the shipper would actually stack pallets on top of each other and everything, you could still plastic wrap it, but it's not going to stay together. The wood pallets sitting on top of the cardboard boxes are going to deteriorate it, going down the road, bouncing down the road, and when you open up the doors, you're going to have pallets all tipped over on the floors and everything. They have to try to get as much in there as they can and make it as stable as they can so the product gets there in good piece. So I understand all that and why there's a lumper service. It is a needed service. The only thing is that they should keep the driver out of it. The lumper service should do it, break down everything, and then the shipper should actually be paying the lumper service. Or the receiver should pay the lumper service. The company they hire to come in there and do that, they should be the one paying them. And then they should work that deal out with the shipper and how much it costs to do the change all around. And they put that in their shipping bills. Why include the driver? We have nothing to do with it. We don't load the trailer. You know, we don't say, well, it has to be broken down and this to be loaded in my trailer. You can't do that. So, So I understand why there is lumpers. There is a need for them. His other question is, why do you guys all bogies on trailer? Bogies are heard of here for highway use. Most trailers have tri-axle trailers or B doubles. That's what it's bridge laws, weight laws, everything else. This is what they run here. There is tri-axle trailers and trucks. A lot of times it's like a lift tag axle for like extra heavy loads or something. You can drop another extra axle down to dissipate the weight. But this is what they have now. In the double trailers, you can haul double trailers in some states on certain highways, but you can't haul them everywhere. And it's for turning radiuses. I know some of them are tighter and stuff, but it's for turning radiuses, they figure, and stuff, I guess, and all this other things, and room and stuff. So that's just the way they do it here. Let's see. Gar's channel says, "Nice Haller, where'd you get it?" I got this from Michael Hyde Parker out of Australia. He sent it to me as a gift. Let's see. Nabeen Marshall, I think it's Michelle. Doing 72 in a 55 zone. It's safe. That was about a video where I blew my horn at a Schneider guy because he cut me off. If you listen to the video, we weren't in the 55 zone yet. We were about a mile away from it when a guy cut me off. He was doing 55 and I was doing 72, and I almost rear-ended him. So we weren't in the 55 zone yet. He kind of misunderstood that, I guess. Michael Tipton. Will you get another chicken to keep Johnny company? To keep Johnny company while you are driving? No. Me and Johnny have a lot of arguments, and if I got another one, then they would gang up on me and be 2-to-1. So no. We're gonna get in trouble on this one. Brad G says, "I wonder what the motor and transmission Big Blue has in it." Says, "Be safe out there." Here I go. It's a Cummins. I don't understand ING, I don't know. I haven't figured out how that's pronounced different, whatever. But it's a Cummins engine, and it's a 10-speed manual Eaton Fuller transmission. Donald Swink, he says, "Larry, how long have you been a trucker, and are you the only truck driver in your family?" I've been a truck driver for, what, 20 years? And I do have 2 brothers. One brother, I thought he would stay as a truck driver, but he had a really bad accident. A lady fell asleep, went across the highway, went through the grass, came up on his side, and ran over his trailer. It was a pretty gruesome experience. The car was completely done, and she was all in there. And he was, you know, in there trying to help with the first responders and everything, and he saw all this stuff, and he just kind of went, "I can't do this anymore." And so he got out of the truck. I do have another brother, but he's a little bit of a wild, crazy type of guy. I've heard stories where my one brother would be driving down the highway, just going along, and my other brother come up behind him, seeing him, and he would just punch it, and he would come flying by him on the shoulder of the road. And as he went flying by, my brother said he would look over, see something, he'd look over like, "Whoa, there's a truck there." And my brother would, as he was flying by him, he'd reach out and hit his mirror on the passenger side. Boom, his mirror, come on, hit his window. And when my other brother would take off flying down the road. Yeah, it's probably a good thing he's not a truck driver. He only did it for, I think, not even a year. Let's see, Leonard Buckner. He says, "Larry, do you still have com checks to pay lumpers?" Yes, there is com checks, but here we use EFS. Same thing, just different company. Let's see how. William R. says, "It was about my cruise control, why it shows on my dash. Sometimes I have to step on the brake or I have to step on the clutch to get it to work." He says, "I have a Peterbilt 579. Does that every now and again. He thinks it's following distance. When a car jumps in front of you, it'll shut off or beep." Or he says his does the same thing with the sensor on the front of the newer trucks. They're very sensitive. I have no sensors on this truck. There's no sensors that cuts the cruise off or none. There was one in this truck when I got in here, and the boss man was like, "Oh, is this how you operate it?" And I just kind of looked at him, and he's like, "Yeah, you can disconnect it." I don't like those sensor things. Oh, Ken Rossner, I think a couple of people mentioned this, but it says DOT rule says you must have 3 numbers on a commercial truck. Did not know that. I have seen trucks with just 1 or 7, but then I've also seen trucks with 001 and some 777. I don't know. I've never heard that rule, but maybe it's true. Let's see. Jerry Ashley says, Larry, this was about me putting a 99 motor in my 2002 Freightliner, and that would make it so that I didn't have to have an electronic logbook in here, an ELD. I could go back to paper logs. And he commented and says, Larry, a 99 means no def, not ELD. You're actually confused about that, Jerry? You're saying that I'm confused, that I'm wrong on that, but you're actually confused. You're wrong on it. It's what it is that you're saying that a 99 means that you don't have any DEF. Well, you can have a 2003. I know a guy who has a 2004 truck with no DEF. I think it was either 2004 or 2005 that it was mandated that you have to have DEF. I have a 2002 Freightliner, does not have DEF. A buddy of mine has a 2004, but the thing is that it was built in 2003, in December of 2003, as a late model 2003. Well, registered as a 2004, so it wasn't built with it. So I think that's how he got around. Because I think it's 2004 or 2005 that it was mandated that all trucks got to have the DEF. The ELD and the rules that were put for last fall was anything pre-2000 you're grandfathered in that you do not have to have an electronic logbook. You can run the paper logbooks. The reason why is because there is 99, 98 trucks and older that do not have a computer that runs the truck. They do not have electronic fuel injectors. They do not have an electronic fuel pump. They have a mechanical fuel pump. So with an electronic logbook, you have to be able to hook up to the computer of the truck. Some trucks don't have those computers back then. So that's why it was grandfathered in. So the rule is pre-2000 you do not have to have an ELD, which is an electronic logbook. Let's see here. Mary Cornett says, Larry, you said you don't have a home. Whose big house is that? When I was back in. That is my parents' farm. I guess probably people don't know my history and stuff like that. I've gone through a divorce. Left the house with my wife, and I basically am trying to work as hard as possible to become debt-free, have this whole thing, and that is my parents' farm, and I have a shop out there and stuff. I used to live in a trailer house next to it. I used to rent that from my parents back when I was independent and stuff and everything, and I have a big shop out there and all this stuff. But I really don't need anything because I'm just working all the time and gone all the time, so I really don't need a house. I could go out, rent an apartment, or buy a house. I just don't see the need in it, wasting that money, because I'm just not there. So I have a seasonal camper that I had on some land up north, and I sold that land and brought the camper back, and I decided, you know what, it's big enough for me. That's my home. I'm only home for a day or two, maybe a week or two, every 2 weeks or whatever. So that's what that is. Let's see. Let's see here. Waylon Wolf will say, I don't know which comment I was trying to get here. It says, where's Johnny the Chicken at? He's heavily medicated. We're keeping him that way. He's been driving me nuts. Let's see. Mike A. from Texas. He sent me a hat too. It's a plain old Texas hat. Every time I go to Texas, I gotta put on my Texas hat to protect me. He says, did you see JBG Tunnel Honky video? He stole your train horn clip. Yeah, I know. I actually had people that said, hey, John's got a really loud horn too. I think they were serious. That was actually my horn. He went on my YouTube and downloaded a little clip of just me blowing the horn and put it on his video. He acted like, hey, okay, here we go. And he's rolling down his window, and then he played the clip. If you look, you can see the mirrors change. I have round mirrors and he has square. So if you go back and watch that video, you'll see him going in the tunnel, and then also you'll see my truck with the round mirrors. It was funny. Oh, right here, Terry Bleen. Check out John's Tunnel Hunky. His horn is pretty loud. I don't know if Terry realizes that's mine or not. Let's see. Christopher Dittman says, do you get paid to put the scale on the trailer? No, I do not. That may seem kind of weird to a lot of you guys or something like that, but it's only a 15-20 minute job. I'm not going to sit here and charge them for that. It's something simple I can do. It helps me out. You know, changing a hose or doing a little bit of work here and there and stuff like that. I don't charge for all these little things. The bigger jobs, yeah, then I get reimbursed for that. But I kind of feel like the little day-to-day maintenance, little upkeep here and there and stuff, that's part of trucking. If you're a truck driver, I kind of feel that's your job to really do that stuff. I don't know, just the way I feel about it. Oh, here, MRJ, I think it's L. Bartlett. He's talking about he used to haul trailer and stuff, how they get messy, and he said he used coffee grounds. And he said also baking soda. I tried it last night. I actually, I couldn't get a wash out because every place was closed. So I stopped at Walmart last night and I bought the cheapest I could find. It was like $3.40 for this great value Colombian coffee. And a big tub of it. And I went back in here and threw a couple of handfuls in it, and it does help. I had the doors all closed up, and then today I went in there and swept it all out, cleaned it out and stuff, got all the coffee out of it, and it took away the chicken smell, and it smells like coffee now. So that did work. Thanks for the suggestion. I know a bunch of people have said it. Norman Galen says, what is the hat you're wearing? British flag and stars? Just wondering. Yep, I've said it before. It was a gift from Michael out in Australia. JO65. Here we go again. He says it's Cummins, C-O-M-E-I-N-S, not Cummings. You know what? I think I just finally figured this out. Come ins. There you go. Is that how you say it? Is Cummins? It's almost like there's a Z in it. Did I finally get this? So is it Cummins? Cummins. Not Cummins. So Cummins. I think JL65, I think you just solved that problem for me. I could never figure it out. I don't know why your comment just made it ding for me in my brain, but I think that's right. So hopefully I can stop getting yelled at for saying that. I'll probably mispronounce it still though. I'll forget. Phil says, hey Larry, some trailer doors swing out like yours and some roll up into the trailer. Which one is better? The ones that roll up, I actually tried to buy one of those. And I used to haul a dedicated thing for when I was independent with Johnsonville Sausage down to Indianapolis every day. And I decided to call, I was looking at buying one, and I called Johnsonville, talked to them, and they said, yeah, we could load one of those. And then I called the place down there that I was hauling to, and they said, no, they do not allow those trailers in. It's a size thing, I think, because you don't get as wide opening. But then the other drawback, they're nice because you can just back up to any dock and you don't have to open your doors. So if you're sitting in a dock for an hour or 2 hours, you're not losing all your cool air, you know, out of your trailer. And then when they're ready for you, they just roll up the door. But the one problem is those doors do not seal up as good as swing doors. Swing doors have really good seals around them. They seal up, they're nice and tight. Those other doors, they got little cracks in between where it's like a roll-up door and it has, you know, the cracks in it. They can't be insulated as thick. So there you go. Let's see. Edward Martinez. Hey Larry, you see the girls going nuts on John's channel? Yeah, I saw that. Oh, right here, Jesse R. Aird. Hopefully that's right. Thanks, Larry. How's your fuel mileage in the wind? It was not good coming across Ohio. I looked down, I was doing 5.1. It's like, wowzers. That's bad. JO65 again. He says, try the bean to cup coffee. I've tried it. I do not like it. It just, I don't know. I don't like it. It has the same brand as the dispenser over there, but that stuff tastes different. And I had some in a coffee one time, a cup, and I drank it, and it was like just a little bit left in the bottom. And I think it was the next day, I went to go get another cup of coffee, and I went in there and I started draining it up. It was like all this sludge in there. And it was actually starting to stain my stainless coffee cup, and I was like, ooh, I'm not putting that in my gut anymore. That's not good. And actually, I've been in John's truck. You should look at his coffee cup. It's nasty, man. It's all stained and everything, because he drinks that stuff all the time. He loves it. But, I mean, it's his stainless coffee cup is just all discolored, different stains and everything. It's like, oh, not putting that into me. Let's see, Ed Corvine. Okay, finally we're going to answer this. The reason why I haven't answered this in the past is because it doesn't matter what headlamp I say I have in this truck. People are going to say, you should have put this one in. It wasn't about what headlamp I should put in my truck. With the headlamps, when you're sitting here, I can tell, and they go, I like this one the best. And that's what I put in. So that's why I never answered, because I knew I'd get everybody saying, well, you put the wrong one in. You should put this one in and stuff. It's my choice. I like that one, I'll put it in. He's asking, Larry, are you still running the $7 headlamps? No, I never did put those in. What I did is I put in the ND9s. Those are the Night Dominator 9s. They were the best LEDs. And they're so simple. You just take the old bulb out, put the new bulb in, lock it, plug it in. That's it. And you walk away from it. And they work really nice. They're really bright. They work good. My boss wants the HID ones in. Those were his choice. And they were the brightest. But the thing is, he thinks it's a real quick wiring job. No, it isn't. That is a pain in the butt. There's a lot of wiring to go. You got to actually run a separate power lead up there just to run those. And when I did that test, I was just a temporary wiring. I had up there all taped and stuff just hanging there just to do the test. But the thing is that I had all the different stuff, and it still said in the truck on my gauge, headlamps not detected. So I read in the instructions, I have to order, if it says that, then you got to order an additional relay thing or something that you got to be plugged in. I have never gotten that. And to tell you the truth, I haven't had time to do all this wiring. I got to run a separate power lead up there and rig it up. I just haven't had time to do it. So I haven't been running a $7 headlamp. I still have them. I should see if anybody needs them. I got headlamps back there like crazy. Donald Swing, he says, Larry, you should sell LongHaul Larry baseball hats because I want one. I'm thinking about something. Last week actually, I was checking out some websites. There's a company that kind of deals just with YouTube stuff. And you design shirts, coffee cups, hats, stuff like that. And then people can go there and buy them from them. And you don't have to like order a big stock of these things and all this stuff. They just kind of print them as needed and they ship them out and everything. They take care of everything. So I'm thinking about that. I thought about getting some stuff printed up, but I mean, just like with that backup camera, I can't mail it. You know, I boxed it up last night when I was home and gave it to my mom and said, hey, here's some money, could you please go mail this? That's how I have to mail something. I gotta have somebody else do it for me because I'm not home. Let's see, Dave Tates, Larry, your horns that went on your truck, are they tuned for the best blast? No, I got them from Joplin Chrome Shop, the Mafia Chrome Shop in Joplin. I bought them, pulled them out of the box, mounted them. I mean, I didn't do any kind of tuning. I did pull the electric solenoid off. A bunch of people suggested that, and I did pull it off, and that thing was crazy. The opening in the end, it was a little tiny hole. It's like, you're restricting all the air, and so I put just a straight nipple in there. They're a lot louder, and it looks like that's it. There you go. So I'm gonna go check on this load and see what's happening, and we'll probably be getting out of here in a bit. So I'll catch you guys later. I hope everyone out there is having themselves a great day, a great night, watching this here video, and if you are not, well, certainly try that all over again tomorrow. So I'll catch you guys later. Everybody take a breath and just relax. It was just a video on debating things. It's all good. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.